we have reached the second week of Spin to Mordor. Now, it's been a few days since the last video, actually, but I thought I would take a good time to explain what this whole week is all about. Essentially, Frodo has reached Rivendell and he spends about 2 months in Rivendell resting and whatnot, recovering from his injury. Now, we're not going to rest for 2 months, but I thought of making this period into a 1 week period in which I would call it a rest period from spinning, but I still do other hobby related things. It could be like prep or knitting or something like that. So that is what this whole week is about, which is just as well because Frodo is injured and I'm a bit injured as well, and it occurs to me that I should take it a bit easy. And I don't know, like I've been sick. I feel a lot better now, but I haven't done much the past few days, so it's really been a rest period for me. But now I'm feeling up to it again, so I thought I would walk you through what I've been doing off camera this past week. To begin with, I am destashing, which means that I'm trying to knit as many socks as I can. This is a gift for my spouse. It's not blocked or anything yet. It does fit. I'm not following any pattern necessarily. All I had to do was look up how to basically do the heel, and then I winged it after that. It's not the prettiest sock, but it fits and it's functional. And actually, he goes through quite a lot of socks, so not a bad project. Socks aren't that exciting to me. I don't know why, but they go quickly, so it's fine. So that's one sock done. Finished it earlier this week. And then I started on the other sock. So we'll see. I started to knit this yesterday, but I don't think the knitting is actually good for my wrist because the way that I knit kind of twist my wrist, and I was noticing that I was getting like a little bit tired, so I don't want to do that because I plan to spin next week, and luckily that does not hurt my wrist, but at the moment knitting does, which is a bit of a bummer. Like now I've also been transferring some of my patterns and knitting notes from this notebook into a smaller, more compact book. And this is nice because it's small and it is a ring system, which means that if I mess up something, that I can just rip it out and then just keep adding more sheets if I need. And it's nice because I can also take it with me if I'm working on a new project, and I do a bunch of like doodles and notes, and sometimes it's just nice to have them a little bit more ordered. Like I did a system for making woven belts, and then the other day I was doing sketches for like a possible spindles, like stuff like that. And then I have like my own random patterns for socks and color work. But this notebook here, it's way too big to carry it in a project bag, and this is much nicer. Like it fits nice. And it's gridded paper as well, so I can put all my inspirations and doodles in here. So I've slowly been doing that this week. And this sweater is really itchy. It's like one of my finished works, and it is mohair and that fingering weight from a Fable knitwear. The one with the gold threads, and I think it's the gold that makes it so itchy. Like I have to wear something underneath, but even then, like my neck, I'm not a fan. Anyway, I am planning on waxing my wheel, but I can't with this hand like this, so it'll have to wait next week or the week after. And anyway, this wax, oh, let's not even try to open that. It's hard, so it needs to be warmed up before I even try to put it on my wheel, but that's one of my plans. Let's do the last plied bobbin so that our wheel is ready for next week. I always think that this one is way too small, but it's not. Like, these bobbins on this wheel, they're pretty big, and this manages just fine. How long is it even? I don't know. I don't measure how many, like, the meters that I spin. Like, I don't care about that, but maybe I should if I'm trying to, like, make a project. How to even measure this? Anyway, like, the length of this is what, 30, 31 centimeters. I think when I bought this, I don't even remember, but this works just fine. And I'm not gonna be getting another one, so this is also a Krumski. Yeah, it's a Krumski. Can you even see? Maybe I should remove this first. Today is actually Monday, so basically a whole week has passed since I finished spinning. So I've used the 1 week rest period already, and it's been nice. My wrist feels a little bit better. It's not quite there yet, but much better than before. And now, since today is Monday, technically my next spinning week starts today, but I'm not quite sure I will manage to do any spinning, which makes me think, or makes me want to reevaluate the schedule that I had done. So basically, I'm thinking that I use the daily goals as a guideline, but the ultimate goal is to finish that amount of spinning that I set out to do within that week. So if I don't finish everything today, I can still make up for it tomorrow. which is a little bit more sustainable, I think. But the daily goals, they should like work as a guideline, because then I know like how much I need or should have done that day, if that makes any sense. Anyway, but what I do want to do right here, right now, is these 3 skeins that I did, what was it, 2 weeks ago now? I want to label them so I know what's what. So all I do is I take a piece of paper and then I write what it was. Or I put the label from the store there and just basically tie them up together so that I know that it was the same, from the same batch. I'm not that experienced to be able to tell what was what just by looking at the yarn yet. Like, well, the wool that I scoured myself, yeah, I can tell that, but pre-scoured, pre-treated wool, it's kind of hard to tell for me, at least. So that's that. And it'll live here for now. I really like this basket. And while I'm at it, I'll take out what I'll be spinning next, which is white Icelandic wool. Oh, interesting. This feels a lot more like the Norwegian wool. The staple is a lot longer, but it's way softer than the Norwegian wool I scoured. Here's the beginning. Oh wow, look how, oh my goodness. Oh, what's going on here? Oh my god. Oh my god, this is so soft. It's way softer than that soft on tops, for sure. The staple length is a lot longer as well. Like, wow, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this. Oh, yes. And maybe I should not have one block for this, whatever. I'm looking forward to this. Okay, maybe I will manage a little spinning tonight. Mind you, it's Monday and I have a really early start tomorrow. But the things we do for our hobbies, right? And on a non-related side note, my wheel has been making a bunch of squeaking sounds, and initially I thought it was like the tension and something like to do with the turning mechanism while I was like spinning. But then it was pointed out to me that it was basically coming from here, like the leather piece. So what I did is, this wheel comes with this oil. I don't know what it is. I want to say it's linseed oil, but let's see. I guess it smells like linseed oil. Well, it's oil, and I just basically oiled this, and now it's super smooth. It even goes faster than expected. So I'm hoping that my next spin will be a lot smoother. I'm always obsessing about oiling and waxing the wood, and then I never thought about the leather piece. Lesson learned. Now I've been organizing my stash here now, because when I'm not knitting or when I'm not spinning, I'm trying to finish knitting the sock I was talking about earlier. I haven't made too much progress there, but they go pretty fast. And I have a bunch of sock yarn that needs to go. And it made me reflect on my destashing status. And I think this year I took a whole wrong approach to it. Because what I did is I started with the projects that were least enjoyable. Like they were nice, sure, but I wasn't like entirely looking forward to them. They were more like, okay, it's nice to have. Let's use this yarn for this. But I think I have been wanting to knit a cable sweater for a year now, and I've been holding off on it because I'm trying. My reasoning is, okay, finish all your second grade yarn so that you can start with a good project. And then I never got to it, and then it was just like a painful experience. Except the vest I made with my hand spun yarn. That was fun. But like all the other stuff I've made recently, it's been like, ugh, when is this over? So I think my strategy now for the de-stash is that I will spin now yarn for this cable sweater that I want to knit, and I'll have that on the side. Like I'll start it as soon as I can, and then when I get bored of that project, then I can have like the other side projects. But I should have like this one project that's like really motivating, the thing that drives me to continue doing this. And then the other small projects will be like there on the side, and it'll be what it'll be. So I think that is my approach from now on. Don't save the best for last. Just have everything at the same time. Yeah, don't worry about it.
And so the weeks passed, and a choice needed to be made. And Master Elrond spoke. The road must be trod, but it will be very hard, and neither strength nor wisdom will carry us far upon it. This quest may be attempted by the weak with as much hope as the strong, yet such is oft the course of deeds that move the wheels of the world. Small hands do them because they must, while the eyes of the great are elsewhere. Frodo glanced at all the faces, but they were not turned to him. All the council sat with downcast eyes as if in deep thought. A great dread fell on him, as if he was awaiting the pronouncement of some doom that he had long foreseen and vainly hoped might after all never be spoken. An overwhelming longing to rest and remain at peace by Bilbo's side in Rivendell filled his heart. At last, with an effort he spoke, and wondered to hear his own words, as if some other will was using his small voice. I will take the ring, he said, though I do not know the way.